Yes. Hello. Thank you for tuning into the Awakening with Shontal Bettis-Brown. Don't forget to share and like on social media, and please subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Please make sure you comment and tell me what you like about today's show. So let's awaken with today's episode. So on today's episode, what we're gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna do something that I hadn't did before. I basically wanted to do somewhat of an encouragement um podcast today. I want to just go out to and just basically just talk. Basically just me by myself today, just record and just give some encouragement to everybody. I know so many people are dealing with um quarantine situations, dealing with loss of jobs, dealing with being a teacher, dealing with just working, dealing with so much that's going on right now due to the pandemic. And not only that, it's the holiday season, and a lot of things are going on. A lot of people don't have this season. And I just want to be an encouragement on today to all those that has lost someone. Just anything that's been basically burdening you down. One of the main things I wanted to talk about was I don't know if everyone has even read, or I know a lot of people have heard the story of Job. Um, in Job, in chapter one of the things that helps me daily is one of my favorite verses is Jeremiah 29:11. That verse in itself, it basically helps me to every day. I quote it to myself every day. I have to tell myself, because sometimes you can get so trapped up into what's going on around you and the things that's going on in your life, in your household, that you kind of lose your way. So one of the first verses that I wanted to put out there was Jeremiah 29:11, once again, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, said the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And that verse, when I was in a very dark, difficult time, um, before I even started having kids, and I was just out there, I always question, God, why is this happening to me? What is going on? Um, what have I did? Or what is, basically just questioning everything that I was connected to, that I was doing, just a whole bunch of things. And that verse actually spoke to me because, so many times we think, the devil will cloud your mind and your judgment into what you have going around you, that you think, you don't supposed to succeed, you don't supposed to have none, you don't supposed to do nothing positive, everything around you got to be bad and, speak of evil. No, that's not the case. You got to know who you are and whose you are. And one thing I want everyone to know, that you are a king or a king of God. I mean, not so much a king of a queen, but you are the daughter and the son of the Most High. And with that being said, everything that you're going through in this season, 2020 has shattered a lot of people. 2020 has affected a lot of people mentally, spiritually, just everything. You just got to press on. You got to press on, and you got to keep thinking that, there is an expected end, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good for you. And so just keep pressing and keep pushing. And like I said, in Job, this is not a sermon. This is not a preacher. I'm not a preacher, but I do tend to. I like to encourage, and I like to give positive feedback, positive words of encouragement when I talk to people. No matter where you are, you can be. Some people tend to think that you have to be a prophet, you have to be this, you have to be this. But as long as you're a child of God, you are the light. As long as you believe, as long as you living and you got breath in you, you are somebody. And you just got to believe that you are that person in order to be, in order to just have that be able to push another person. And I know for a fact that I'm not perfect. I have done things that I'm not proud of. This time last year, I was in the drenches, honey. The drenches. When I tell y'all I was going crazy this time last year, I was going crazy. Only because of a selfish decision that I made. And not only a selfish decision, I let the devil cloud me to, well, I didn't let the devil do nothing, because one thing I'm not finna do is give the devil all that credit. I took it upon myself to move before God told me to move. And I took it upon myself that I didn't trust him when he said that he would provide. And so with that being said and done, you kind of beat yourself up, but it's not for you to beat yourself up. So one of the things, like I said, I wanted to share was Job. In Job chapter 1, it says, I don't know if a lot of people have read it. If you haven't read it, Job lost a lot. Job went through a lot. He questioned he questioned himself at times. He was like, "What did I do?" He It was just a lot to Job. You would have to actually read it, study it, and really just understand. You know, the whole story of Job. But in Job chapter 1 and 7, it said, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it." Verse 8, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? There is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that fears God and escheweth evil." I don't know if you heard the same thing that I heard, but one of the things that got me with this verse 8 was, "The Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?" And when I get to going through things and things going on around me, whether it be deaths or anything really, I start that makes me question myself as to what I'm going through. I had to learn within this chapter, within this verse, this one word, consider. Sometimes it's not about what you have, what you been through, what you ain't been through, what you got. It's not about that. It's sometimes he just considered you. He will consider you. He will consider you. He will consider you. And when you say considered, you often people that don't really understand the meaning of considered. It's basically you um a careful thought. Basically it's thinking about something, a typical decision, just a careful thought. And regardless of the quality or whatever, it's have you considered. So when you are going through and you're facing any and everything in life that changes and that's hurting you, just know that sometimes God has to consider you in order to build you. And I say that because everything I've been through, I'm being built. I'm being considered and I'm being built. Am I going to lose my way? Am I going to give up? Am I going to throw in the towel? No, that's not what I'm about, and that's not what I'm going to do. What do am I basically allowing things to pull me down, people to pull me down or whatever? No, it's I'm being considered. So some things he have to allow to happen to you in order to get you to where you need to be. I never thought I'd be doing a podcast, but look at me now. I never thought I'd write a book, but look at me now. For every test, there is a testimony. And the difference between me and some of you are you willing to tell your testimony? Are you willing to share? Are you willing to help? Are you willing to speak about those hidden closets, those skeletons that you don't want nobody to know, or you don't want to discuss, or you feel like you're ashamed of? I'm really not ashamed of nothing that I've been through. It's some things that I am ashamed of, but I feel like if I have the opportunity to help somebody to make a different decision from what I have made, then I'm going to speak on it. Whether it's good, bad, or it make me look crazy. Because a lot of people tell me, well, unwed wife, girl, you was head over here. You was crazy. No, it wasn't that, but that's my testimony. I was at that point in time, maybe, but I'm not that person now. It took me a time to grow. I had to grow. I had to learn about what basically, what Chantel needed. And sometimes you have to pull away. I feel like 2020 has been a year where we shut down and we have to rethink, because sometimes we can get so comfortable into what we got and what we don't, what we got or what we're getting, that you really don't look at the fact of what will happen if you can't. And so this year has basically been that year for us all. I feel like everybody has been affected. For all the people that has lost someone, passing from the virus, or just lost someone, period. I just wanted to extend my condolences. I wanted to encourage you to keep pushing. That person that has passed, they wouldn't want you beating yourself up. They wouldn't want you being down. They wouldn't want you, going through the motion. You have to live, and live for them, not live for them, but live for their spirit, just live in a rejoiceful life and just be glad. And any other thing that basically that goes on around you, you just let it ride. You pray about it, you let it ride. Pray about it, let it ride. Pray about it, you act on it. One of the things that I had did also was, before the awakening, before God gave me the awakening, I had been praying about some things, because I was like I said, I was in a dark place too, at the beginning of 2020, and the pandemic didn't do nothing to it but suppress it in a sense. But I had to understand that I was being considered. And so with that being said, I was waking up at 5:55 every morning. 5:55. I'm studying like, what is going on with me? Why am I waking up every morning at 5:55? And I had to think about, what does five mean? Five mean grace. So I was like, okay, five, three fives, that's triple the grace. So with that being said, I just feel like grace, he has given me the grace. He has given me um what I need to do, what he has put in me to do. It's just, am I willing to do it? So I just want to encourage you to be willing to do it, and do it with grace. Do it gracefully. Do it, with dignity. Do it with joy. Do everything with joy. And sometimes, the movement, when you get the moving, sometimes you don't feel like it. Sometimes certain things happen. You face roadblocks, but you got to keep pushing. Keep pushing, not only for you, you got somebody looking at you. I had the show called Where Are the Mothers. As a mother, you have to understand that your kids are your first role model. And with that being said, we don't have time. We have to show them um, the way of life, whether it's good or bad. We have to show them, certain things that go on. They go on for a reason, but we also have to turn them into, where does your help come from? And I tell my girls and my son all the time. He's just two, but I tell my other kids too. Your help, everything you need, you just got to pray, believe, have faith, and believe that God is who he said he is. And he would do it. He would do it, and he would help you along the way. It may not come when you want it to, but when I tell you, he is right on time. He is right on time every time. He never fails. He's just that type of man. He's that type of God, that he will protect you. He will give you the peace. He will help you with whatever you need to be helped with. But like I said, you have to be willing. And so, this episode, like I say, is basically just an encouragement, just to help someone, that feels like they can't do it no more. You can do it. You can do it, and you're gonna do it. You just gotta push yourself to do it. For every no that you get, make it into a yes, or build it into a yes. I had got to the point where I got people would say, you can't. I tell my kids now with school, no, we don't use that word in this house. You can do anything you want to do if you put your mind and your heart to it. And if you don't do it and it don't succeed, okay, try it again. Never give up. And if it's not for you, you'll know if it's not for you. Not pray about it. Just keep praying and keep believing in everything that you're dealing with. And so, with that being said and done, I just pray and I hope that today's show is enlighten you and put a smile on your face and it helps you. And like I say, when you're connected to the vine, when you're connected to God, there's nothing that He would withhold from you. And for a long time, I just thought that I wasn't connected, but He gave me them fives, and let me tell you, it put your girl back in the game with the Holy Spirit. Like, okay, God, you is talking to me. I'm not that bad of a child. You can still use me. I'm still, I can still do it. I can push, and I had to encourage myself. You got to literally encourage yourself. So I just want you to be encouraged. Encourage yourself, even when you don't feel like it. Encourage yourself. Read your Bible. For those that don't believe in the Bible, read just read books that helps you. I pray that everybody believe in the Bible, but you do have some that don't, so that's neither here nor there. But you just have to push your way to get where you need to be. You have to basically just you got to go to the word. You have to go to the word. And with the word, you will not lose. You will not lose. You won't be there's nothing that He will withhold to you for you. And so you just got to really just press yourself. And like I said, pick the Bible up something. If you don't read it, pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up, read it. I love 2 Corinthians 4, once again, for we number 16, for which cause we faint not, but thou our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light afflictions, which is but a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. With that being said and done, in verse 18, while we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen is eternal. That says a lot. Go just read. I don't care if you have to Google call your friend, your family. And let me tell y'all something too. Surround yourself. One of the main things that I have to do is surround myself with people that's going to push me and tell me the truth. I don't care if it's going to hurt. You can't grow if you can't face the truth. You have to be able to face the truth. Even in your darkest moment, you have to be able to face your truth. And that's the only way you will be able to succeed too, as far as to move throughout the day and fight that evil, that spirit off that's making you feel like you can't, or you ain't, or whatever. You have to just you have to have people that can give you constructive criticism within love. I tell people all the time, I don't hang around nobody that I'm smarter than. And the only reason because of that is I like to grow. And when I say grow, I mean I like to grow. You always have to be teachable. And so with growing, you have to be it's just like a plant with water. If you don't get that water that you need on a daily basis, if you don't get that sunlight that you need, how would you expect to grow? And they say, can a dead thing live again? I believe it can. Lazarus, he rolled Lazarus up from the dead. So hello, I believe you can. You can do anything. You can come back from that dead situation. So, like I said, 2 Corinthians 4:16 and 18. That's a good reference to go to encourage yourself as well. You just have to build yourself up. Build yourself up in the word, build yourself up in prayer, build yourself up in your spirit. And don't let nobody, when I tell you, I tell my kids all the time, don't let nobody discourage you. I tell them, even if it's me. or your father or your grandma, whoever. Do not let nobody discourage you in what you want to do. If you want to be a nurse, you work towards being a nurse. I don't care if I tell my daughter, Soraya, you ain't doing this. How you gonna be a nurse or whatever? Turn it around, girl. Turn it around. I that's my push. Turn it around. You know, when people say you can't and hold you accountable, take it. Take it and work towards your goal. So that's all I have today for the encouragement. And I hope, like I said once again, that it reaches somebody hard. You know, and if you want to talk, you can inbox me on Facebook. My name is Shontal Bettis-Brown on Facebook. And you can always message me, SeanBettis@gmail.com. If you just want encouragement, because sometimes we need to talk. Sometimes we need to just be able to speak or just have that person that ear. And next week I'm gonna have my girls on. Look, this is I have a longtime friend from childhood, and you know we always say that friends and people this that ain't no such thing. Oh, you need them, honey. Believe me, you need that. You need that circle. You need a circle. And so, with that being said, I whether it be your husband, your girlfriend, or whoever, you need a, a powerful circle. Somebody that's gonna labor for you in prayer when you don't feel like it. And I have had those type of people in my life, and I'm very grateful for them. Lord knows I am. So I just want to thank you for tuning in to the awakening. But before I go, I want to speak about a raffle that I will have going next week on next episode, which is my last episode. Oh my God, I can't believe it's the last episode. But I wanted to go and speak on the opening vault is having an empowerment talks event. I have posted it on Facebook. I have shared it. I have liked it. So in order to help uh, raise awareness to it, raise the funding for it, and to give back and help, I am a sponsor for it. And my job is to help people get on. And what we're gonna do is we having 9 dynamic speakers. And when I say they are dynamic, they are dynamic. And once again, the open vault is Reggie Whitley. He is their basically he's just everything. he he does his podcast. He got his own network, which I am on and so grateful for. And I want this event to be successful for him. So I am doing a drawing next week. Um, Once again, I'm doing tickets. The tickets will be $5, and in the basket that I'm giving away, is a basket full of microban, Clorox wipes, alcohol, um, sprays, just everything that we need in this pandemic and right now too, to help him out. You know, once again, you also got to help people when they help you, and you got to be that type of person. Let me just say that. But anyway, once again, I am raffling a basket off. And like I said, it has a lot of different things in there. And the basket would be $5. Now, the only way you can get in this drawing is you have to cash out me $5 to my cash app, which is Sean SHONBETTIS Bettis. And when you cash out me the $5, what will happen is I will put your name on a ticket, and I will put all the tickets in a jar. For every ticket that you buy, your name will go on a different ticket. And I will be drawing a ticket on the next episode, next week on December the 7th on that show. And so I will tell the winner of the ticket drawing. And so once again, it is $5, and it is I am a sponsor for Open Vault Empowerment Talks event. It will be Sunday, December the 13th at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And once again, it's a platform of 9 dynamic speakers. When I say everybody, that can encourage you, help you, and just speak different things. I mean, you just got to be there. You got to tune in. You got to get in there. Also, you can tune in. You can sow a seed now with the promo code of the Awakening to help me win this. Since I'm a sponsor, I need some help. I need y'all to get these tickets. Help me win. The tickets are $15. And basically, you'll just be sowing a seed to get on. And once again, just register. Use promo code The Awakening. And you can register on Open Vaults 2020 eventbrite.com. Go ahead and do that. Do it today. And also buy a ticket so you can get in a drawing. So that will be the today's topic. The basically that is my piece for today. That is the show for today. Basically to encourage and also to get you to get those registered for the that event. And I am grateful for you. I hope you have a good and wonderful day. The rest of the day. And once again, like I say, inbox me if you have anything. Just reach out to me and I will let you know. And for the most part, I'm a very humble person. If I don't get back with you, that means my 3-year-old has my phone. Okay. Once again, thank you for tuning in to The Awakening.